What if I told you there is a place that is just a 20-minute ferry ride from the Seattle Metro where you can own a luxury waterfront home, wake up to eagles flying over the water, and actually afford to slow down? That place is Whidbey Island, and right now, people are moving here in bigger numbers than ever before. If you've been Googling Whidbey Island or South Whidbey or Clinton, Washington, this video is made for you. I'm going to walk you through everything you actually need to know before you make the move: the lifestyle, the real estate market, the ferry situation, what it costs to live here, and whether this island life is actually a fit for you. I've helped dozens of families and individuals relocate to South Whidbey from Seattle, from California, from all over the country. And in the next 10 minutes, I'm going to give you the honest local insider's perspective that you won't find on any other channel. So stay with me because this one is worth your time. Before I dive in, I want to say something quickly. Every single week, I get messages from people just like you, folks who are seriously considering a move to Whidbey Island and just want to talk it through with someone who actually lives and works here. And I love those conversations. If that's you, if you're in research mode right now and you're thinking about buying a home, relocating, or even just exploring what's possible on South Whidbey, reach out. My contact information is right there in the description below. There is no pressure, no pitch, just a real conversation about whether this island is the right fit for your next chapter. Okay, let's get into it. Let's start with the basics because a lot of people don't realize just how accessible Whidbey Island actually is. Whidbey is the largest island in Washington state, and it sits right in the Puget Sound, just northwest of Seattle. Now, when I say South Whidbey, I'm talking about the southern end of the island, which includes the town of Clinton, the artsy village of Langley, and the surrounding rural areas. Clinton is the entry point to the island from the mainland. The Washington State Ferry runs between Mukilteo, which is just north of Everett, and Clinton. That crossing takes about 20 minutes on the water. So if you're commuting from Seattle Metro for work, or you have family over there, it is very doable. You drive to Mukilteo, park or board the ferry, and you're on the island. That ferry is really the lifeblood of this community. Now, I do want to be upfront about something. If you're imagining you'll be making multiple trips a day across the water, that's something to plan around. The ferry runs on a schedule. There can be wait times during peak hours, and that is simply part of island living. But for people who move here, the vast majority tell me within the first few months, the trade-off is absolutely worth it. So, who is relocating to South Whidbey in 2026? I want to paint you a picture because it really helps you understand the community you would be joining. The number one group I work with right now is remote workers and executives. People who no longer need to be in an office 5 days a week and who have decided that if they can work from anywhere, they want to work from somewhere beautiful. The second big group is retirees and pre-retirees, people in their 50s and 60s who are either winding down their careers or already retired and who want a high quality, peaceful lifestyle with access to nature, arts, and a real sense of community. South Whidbey has a genuinely strong arts culture. Langley has galleries, live music, a wonderful farmers market. It has soul to it that a lot of suburbs just don't have. And then there's a growing group of California and out-of-state transplants. People who have sold their Bay Area or Southern California homes, freed up significant equity, and are looking for a Pacific Northwest lifestyle at a fraction of what they would pay on the mainland. Whidbey checks a lot of boxes for those folks, and the luxury home inventory here is genuinely impressive. I think the best way I can describe South Whidbey life is this: it is intentionally slower in the best possible way. People come here because they want to reconnect with nature, with their families, with themselves. You have Deception Pass State Park to the north, miles of hiking and biking trails, beaches for kayaking and paddleboarding, and some of the most stunning Pacific Northwest scenery you will find anywhere. Langley is genuinely one of my favorite places on the island. It's a small bluff-top village overlooking Saratoga Passage, and it has that quality of feeling like a place that actually has personality. There are farm-to-table restaurants, independent coffee shops, boutique stores, and a real year-round community feel, not just a tourist town that empties out in October. One thing that people always ask me is, what do you do for entertainment and amenities? And I want to be honest here. South Whidbey is not downtown Seattle. You're not going to have a Whole Foods 2 minutes away or a massive shopping mall, but Freeland has solid everyday services. There is a growing restaurant scene, and if you need a major shopping trip, Everett is accessible via the ferry. For people making this move, that trade-off for quiet, beauty, and space is genuinely what they're coming here for. Let's talk real estate and cost of living, because this is usually where people have the most questions. The South Whidbey luxury market is genuinely diverse. You can find beautifully updated craftsman homes and waterfront estates starting in the high 700,000s, and the upper end of the market goes well into the multi-millions for true waterfront luxury properties with panoramic sound views. What's interesting right now in 2026 is that compared to Seattle's east side or the San Juan Islands, South Whidbey still represents exceptional value per square foot for the quality and setting you're getting. You can own a stunning architect-designed home on a few wooded acres or with water views for a price point that would get you a townhouse in Kirkland. That comparison is not lost on the buyers I work with. Day-to-day cost of living on the island is moderate. Groceries and gas tend to run slightly higher than the mainland simply due to the logistics of island supply. That's just a reality. But there's no state income tax for most in Washington. Property taxes are reasonable, and the overall quality of life people feel they're getting per dollar spent is consistently high. Most of my clients tell me they spend less money here because there's simply less to spend it on, in a good way. For families with children, the South Whidbey School District is well regarded for its size. It's a smaller community school environment. Class sizes are smaller, kids tend to know each other well, and the outdoor education opportunities are something you simply can't replicate in a large suburban school. A lot of parents I speak with who have moved here specifically highlight this as an unexpected bonus. Healthcare is an important practical consideration, and I want to be straightforward with you. For routine care, South Whidbey has clinics and a small hospital in Coupeville, Whidbey Health Medical Center. For specialty care or major procedures, most residents plan on going to the mainland. This is something to factor in, especially if you have ongoing medical needs. That said, telemedicine has made a huge difference for island communities, and the vast majority of day-to-day healthcare needs are handled right here on the island. Internet connectivity has also improved dramatically over the last few years, which is a big deal for remote workers. Fiber internet is now available in many parts of South Whidbey, and it has genuinely changed the equation for people who work from home. If you're planning to do that, I'd always recommend confirming connectivity at any specific property, and that's something I help my clients verify as part of the buying process. I want to close the main content with something I tell every single person I talk to who's considering this move. South Whidbey Island is genuinely wonderful, but it is not for everyone, and I would rather tell you that up front than have you move here and feel like it wasn't what you expected. The people who thrive here are the ones who want the island lifestyle, not just the idea of it. If you love outdoor living, value community, and genuinely are ready to trade convenience for the beauty and pace, this island will exceed your expectations. I see it happen constantly. People move here thinking they'll miss the city, and within 6 months, they can't imagine living anywhere else. The sense of belonging on this island is real and it is rare. If, on the other hand, you need to be close to major urban amenities daily, or the ferry logistics feel like a genuine deal breaker for your lifestyle, that's okay too. And I'll tell you that honestly, my job is not to sell you on Whidbey Island. My job is to help you find the right home in the right place and for the right person. South Whidbey is genuinely one of the most special places I have ever seen. That is your complete overview of what life on South Whidbey Island in 2026 actually looks like. I hope this gave you something real and useful to work with. If you have questions I didn't answer in this video, please drop them in the comments down below. I read every single one and I will get back to you. And if you're ready to go deeper, the next video you need to watch is right here at the top of the screen, North versus South Whidbey, why choosing wrong could be a nightmare. North and South Whidbey are vastly different markets with completely different vibes, and choosing the wrong end of this island could be a really costly mistake. Click that video and I'll see you there. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll talk to you soon.